Hey, Coach, I'm so excited you found us. Make sure you subscribe down below and hit up above. We put new content out just about every day. Also, make sure you go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. If you want to put up balls like this, if you want to win, you want to learn the game, you want the roadmap to become a better basketball coach, teachhoops.com is the answer for you. It's a little bit of everything. It's mentoring, it's resources. Go over and check it out and have a great day.
All right, so here I'm going to share two of my favorite shooting drills. We're looking at high reps. Some people are going to be like, it's not game speed. It's not game-like shots. We do a lot of drills that are going to have a lot of game-like reads. We don't need a guy to run to the sideline and come back because, one, we don't want to shoot a lot of hard threes. We want a lot of kick-out threes. We shoot that at 60%. We want that as a major part of our thing. We look at a lot of analytical stuff with our team, how we're going to build our offense, different things. We want a majority of our threes coming on a paint touch kick out because we think we can shoot that at 60%. We're not a motion team where we're going to come off a lot of screens. We really don't want to shoot a lot off the dribble. So in 20 minutes, I can get a ton of reps with these two drills. We're going to get way more than if it was just 5 shots and rotate. I've done a lot of different things over my career like that, different games. In 21 minutes, because we're going to need a couple of times to rotate real quick, we can do 2 drills where we get a lot of reps. The kids love it, and we can coach, teach, work on different things here. First one is what we do every day is player favorite drill, Bradley Beal drill. We can be having just a terrible practice, and I say Bradley Beal and everybody's happy. All right, so here you have 5 spots on the court. If you and I were partners, you would rebound for me while I'm shooting for the whole 2:30 on the clock. We're going to put a time on the clock. To win this drill, you have to do it in under 2:30. All right. But we also want guys to set personal records. I think our personal records like around 48 seconds or something like that. Somebody missed their very first 3 and then made 15 in a row, or actually 20 in a row, which is I think what it takes to win this drill. But from each spot, you have to make in the first trip around the court. So spots 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here on the left, you have to make 3 threes, not in a row, just total. All right, so once you make 3 from spot 1, you move to spot 2. Once you make 3 there, you move to spot 3, 4, and 5. So that's 15 threes you had to make. Well, whatever time left you have on the clock, so let's say you have 1 minute left on the clock. To win the drill, you have to make 5 threes in a row. So you could start at 5 and go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or you could start at 1 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't allow guys to go 2, 3, 4, 1, 5. You've got to start at 1 and finish at 5, or start at 5 and finish at 1. You can have 2 groups going at a time per rim here, so you could have a rebounder. Sometimes we have to have a coach do that, or I might even, sometimes, well, you're my bottom guys. You're going to go in a group of 3. Sorry, that's all we have time. 2.5 on the clock. As soon as the buzzer goes off, I'm putting 2:30 back on the clock and we're starting the next shooter. Each person can go twice and get in, or we can get that in 10 minutes. All right. We're not wasting time whatsoever. So we got a ton of shots up in 10 minutes with 1 rebounder, 1 shooter, and it's a challenge. So it's not easy to do. Like if we do this with 6 guys shooting at once, we're going to get 1 or 2 out of the 6 that are going to get it in that 2.5. As you can see on the video here, I'm not going to show the whole thing through here, but I have to shoot and make 3 from each spot. Number 14 here is probably one of our record holders in this drill. At some point, he's probably really close to a minute. He's got to make 3 shots from that spot. Then he's going to move to like the 45-degree angle, make 3, top of the key, make 3, all the way over here. Now, if I fast forward just a little bit in here, he's going to be coming around here and trying to start in he's a little slow on this one. Maybe not his best shooting. Once he gets to this last spot down here, he has to start over again. So he still doesn't have 3 in a row here. Let's see, is this going to be his 3rd one in a row? Yep. Okay. Now, or he didn't have to make in a row, just total. He makes one here. Once he makes it there, he has to move to the next spot. Okay, so he makes it there. He's going to the 45. If he makes this one, he'll go to the next spot. If he misses, he starts over. Gets to the top of the key. Now, this is where it gets pressure. I've made 3 in a row. I've got to make these 2. So I've put something on. He's a little upset. He doesn't get it. He's got to start over. All right. Not going to be easy, but it's a good challenge. Players love it. All right. We tell them, hey, good shooters are able to do this in 2.5. My lower levels, freshman and sophomore, they might go 3 minutes on the drill. I have at times said, hey, at the very beginning of the year, I'm going to give you up to 5 minutes to do this. And still, some guys that think they're 3-point shooters still can't do it in that 5 minutes. And we're like, we got a question here where we're at on shooting. All right, so our next drill, really simple. Some people call this Olympic shooting. We're going to do this either right before or right after Bradley Beal, but you are in a group of 3 with 2 basketballs. All right, I'm going to give them a number they're trying to make. All right, so the first time we do it, because frequently we'll do it for 5 minutes, real quick break, 5 more minutes. They can shoot from any spot. It does not have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Like I have on here, our record in 5 minutes is 98. Is like a group of 3 had on there. You can have your best shooters together. You can break them up. There's a lot of different ways we'll do it. One of the things that we have in there is you lose if you don't make 55. Or if the first time we did it, you made 65, well, guess what? You have to make 70 this time or you lose and you have 3 push-ups. Just trying to give them something to do and not a real big punishment. We do some creative stuff at the end where we've had, the last 2.5 minutes, you have to pick 1 permanent rebounder. And it's got to be your worst shooter. So the players have to decide either in that drill or overall, like, hey, Tom, you're out. You can't shoot. We're shooting. And it adds a little bit to the drill. We don't do that every time, but we do try to find some different ways for this to be creative. And for these, we're just trying to get up a lot of reps. So you can see each group's got 2 basketballs. I think on the far court over there, there's only 2. We had a weird number, so we didn't have groups of 3 for everybody. But each group's got 3 guys, 2 basketballs. I get my rebound, pass it to whoever's waiting on a basketball, right? So you see this group over here on the right. They've got to figure it out. We don't want to waste a lot of time. 5 minutes, 3 guys, 2 basketballs. Can you make 55 or more? For some of your groups, 55 is not going to be enough. For some groups, 35 might be a lot for them. So those are some basic drills we do to get up a lot of shots. Like I said earlier, we do other work for game-like shots. We're not a college where kids can come in and get an hour worth of shooting on their own. Like I've listened to Brad Stevens say, oh yeah, practice should only be an hour and a half long. Yeah, that's great when your guys don't have to go to school all day or that's their job. They shoot on their own. We have to get shooting into our practice. My last full season before COVID, we had really been stressing shooting for a couple of years. Now, we had an outstanding group. We were able to shoot over 40% from 3 as a team. Now, part of that was shot selection, but also we put a lot of work into developing shooters at every single level of our program. Earlier in my career, we did not shoot enough. I thought shell drill was more important than shooting. And now that I'm a dozen years into my coaching career, shootings, once we get guys that can shoot, we can do just about anything. I can get almost anyone to play decent defense. I cannot teach a kid that can't shoot to make a 3 in a high pressure position.
Hey, Coach, so happy you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe and like. Go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better.